Hey you guys, I just wanted to go live and talk to you a little bit about vendor fairs. I know a lot of you have some coming up with the holidays and such, so I wanted to make sure and get you some information. And I thought this would be a good way to do it. If you have any questions while I'm on here, please just ask. If you hear my voice playing, I'm sorry. I will try and make sure and to be loud enough. So I have a little list, so if I'm looking down, that's why. The first thing I'm going to talk about is where to find them. I've had a few people ask me, well, how do you even find vendor fairs? I looked online and I'm not finding anything good. So the best resource that I've been able to find is actually on Facebook. So if you go into your search on Facebook, search for your area, like me, Tulsa, vendor fairs, or Oklahoma craft fairs, or vendor events, just like that. Or you could do your whole state, your city, your region. That's a good way to find vendor fairs. And then the next thing that I've had a lot of people ask is, how do I know if a vendor fair is going to be good or worth it? So I would like, I guess what I like to do is research it. So ask the director how many people showed up last year, how many years it's been going on. Think about the location and the type of people in the area. Ask them if they've done any advertising. Think about the dates, if it's a good time of year that people are shopping. If it's a farmer's market, is a time of year where it's nice outside and people are going to want to be outside. Think about the cost, if it's going to be cost effective for you. Also ask them what other vendors are going to be there, and are those vendors going to attract a crowd, and will these be the type of people that will be interested in your product. So if it's like a handmade craft fair, those kind of people maybe won't want to be buying from a direct sales company. They might be wanting to buy just handcrafted items. So those are all good things to help you decide on whether a vendor is worth it. And there is my son interrupting. Want to say hi?
I can't know how bike, but I don't need to.
Okay. The next thing we're
hungry.
Okay, go talk to Daddy. The next thing we're going to talk about is setting goals. So for your vendor fair, set a goal. Remember that you may not sell a ton. At my first farmer's market, I only made one sale, but I was able to reach out to a lot of people and getting just the info out there and the name MojiLife out there attached to my name. So you may be able to get a lot of sales, but you're going to be trying to get brand awareness. So your goal could be hand out 100 business cards, or greet every person that walks past. Or if you have something you're uncomfortable with, like talking to random people as they're walking past, make a goal of becoming more comfortable with that. There's lots of type of goals that you can make that aren't dependent on the number of sales. All right, the next thing, be prepared. This is important, and you're going to want to be overly prepared. So have all your materials, have business cards, have obviously your samples, have, if you have little handouts, I like to have candy on hand because that brings kids over, which brings parents over too. Make sure you have your display ready. Your display doesn't need to be complicated, but you'll want to have a tablecloth. I like to have black tablecloth. I think it looks nicer and it helps the product stand out more. Make sure you have snacks for yourself. I like to do a giveaway. It brings in more attention. You don't have to give away an Airmoji. You can give away just a little linen scent, or you can give away laundry pods that you've gotten for free from your own Moji socials. Make sure and bring coffee beans so they can cleanse their nose palette in between smelling scents. What else? Oh, have tape, scissors, pens, notepad, have a card reader if you don't have a card reader yet. You can do a Square or PayPal one if you need a link to those to receive some, well, just for Square, to receive free transactions. Let me know, I can get you one. Make sure and have the name MojiLife prominent and have it out there in multiple places because we want people to recognize the name. It's new, so most people haven't heard about it. Cami made a good frequently asked questions sheet that is good to hand out and to give to people that purchase. You'll want to have your order forms and have them fill out the top of it. I wasn't doing that at first, but it's nice because you get all their information. The order forms also help you keep track of what you sold and what you made. What else? You'll want to have a cash box or a fanny pack. I like to use a fanny pack because then my money is always on me. I don't have to worry about where it's at or anyone touching it. I also think it's just super easy to keep track of it that way. Next thing, you're going to want to be really knowledgeable on the product and on the benefits of being a distributor. So if you're unsure about something before the fair, just ask us and we can help you out. If you don't know your product, you're not going to seem confident. You're not going to seem knowledgeable. If you're buying a product, you're going to want to buy it from someone who knows, excuse me, knows what they're talking about. If you're not sure about a question that they ask you while you're there, just write down their information and tell them that you will contact them and you're going to find that information out for them. It's okay to not know everything. We're not going to know everything. I don't know everything. I'm still learning. I think one of the most important things is to stand up and be inviting. At the recent fair that I did, it was interesting to look around and watch the other vendors also, and the vendors who were standing up and being engaging with people that were walking past had more people that were coming over to their booth and being interested. And if you have more people coming into your booth, you're going to have more chances of sales and of potential future distributors. So make sure that you are not only just standing up, but make sure that you're being engaging. Ask people questions as they walk past. You can just say, hello, how are you? This is a new company. This is the Airmoji, their feature product. I'm just trying to get the word out. I have a video that I'm going to share with you of my little quick pitch and Cami and Megan's quick pitch. So to give you ideas of how different people do it. I like Cami always asks the people kind of at the end of her pitch which fragrances and which essential oils they normally like. Do they like earthy? Do they like fruity? And questions like that. That's engaging the customer and getting their opinion, and people like to feel feel that you care. Good point, Cami. Talk confidently. People are definitely attracted to confidence. That's a good point. So if you're being confident about your product, they're going to be more interested than if you're kind of uncomfortable. Another thing I like to do is introduce myself to the other vendors. It might be hard to do with a big vendor fair, but you can go, of course I got a tickle in my throat now that I'm doing this. You can go around beforehand or afterward. Before is better because they're not quite as ready to get out of there. At the end, they're ready to get out. So just say hi. You can take the Airmoji with you, introduce yourself. Once again, tell them that this is a new company. You're trying to get the name out, and hand them a business card and take one of their business cards. With every vendor fair I've been to, and also I know with my sister Cami, anyone that she's been to, we've been able to make a sale to at least one vendor. So they're a good resource for sale. I even was able to get Jennifer, our newbie. She was a vendor next to me. So you can also find new distributors to introduce this wonderful opportunity to. My word. Other random tips about vendor fairs. Let's see. If you can have a partner with you, bring them, or if you can have someone stop by and say hello to you, try and schedule that. It's nice to have someone else there in case you need to go to the bathroom or just in case there's some downtime. It's nice to have someone to interact with. make sure and thank the director of the show. They do a lot of work to put these on, so you want to make sure and tell them thank you. Oh, another thing I like to do, I wish I would have brought them out here. Anyways, I printed off little labels and it has my information on it, my name, website, phone number, email, and then I just put it right on the pods or on the linen spray. That way, if people lose my business card, they still have my information to reorder. Let's see what else. Oh, with your display, try and make it multi-levels. If something's all low, it's not going to attract people as much. If it's up higher, it's going to be more eye level, and it's going to draw them in. It's usually busier mid-morning, at least with the ones that I've done. Following up. Make sure to follow up with people who've purchased. Thank them for their purchase, and you can guide them to your Facebook group. Ask them if they have any questions, see how they're liking their product. Also, obviously, follow up with the person who wins the giveaway, but also follow up with the people who did not win the giveaway. That's why the giveaway is important. You end up getting a lot more people's information than you would otherwise. So follow up with them and just say, oh, I'm sorry you didn't win, but you can order through here if you're interested, or you can host a social. Just the more people you contact, obviously the more chances you are of getting a sale or having people interested. Let's see. I think that's about it. If you think of any questions you have, just let me know. I'm sure I didn't cover everything, but I was just trying to get this conversation started. So, hi Morgan. Do you have any questions about vendor fairs? Yes, Cami. Make sure and give them your Facebook group. I've been doing that with people who've made purchases too, because I found that many of them don't go and seek out my Facebook group otherwise. I'm just making sure I went over all the points that I had gone over. Oh, I do like to have products on hand. I know some vendors like to do it just from the computer, but I like to get people before they think too hard. So maybe that's not nice, but I'm more apt to just buy something. But if I think about it too much, then I might be like, oh, it might be too much money or things like that. So I like to have some stuff on hand, just at least like one Airmoji of each color and a few popular fragrances. Also, run your Airmoji. I guess some vendor fairs won't let you, but if they let you, run your Airmoji. I like to run a stronger fragrance so people can smell it from further out. You are supposed to get all vendor fairs approved. You can call in or email corporate to do that. I like that they do that though, so that you don't end up with multiple MojiLife vendors at one event. Any other questions? I had thought of one and now I forgot it. Or not a question, but something else. Oh, also read your potential customers. So if an old lady's coming up to look at it, I'm not going to lead with the app. So if old lady's coming up, I may talk about the ease of use, or that you don't have to remember to turn it off. It's okay if you forget because it's safe. It's not going to burn down your house.
Mom.
What? I'm talking to my friends.
Mom, you have to talk to baby.
Okay, give me 1 second, okay?
Can you
Sorry.
Is Mom, can you be what the papa?
In a second, okay? Okay, if it's, he says hello. Actually, he's running away, but he would say hi. if it's like a mom, I would talk about the safety of use. I would talk about how it's safe around the kids. You don't have to worry about them getting a hold of it. I would maybe even share my story with her. People like to hear your story, so tell them why you got into it, why you were interested. It makes you more personable. It makes you more genuine. So share your story with people. With everybody, I like to share that it's cordless and that you can take it anywhere. I've had a lot of people interested in it lately that have campers. So just kind of read your potential customer. If you can ask them what to do for if they're a teacher, that's, you can talk about the safety and that you can have it in the classroom. If it is, I don't know, somewhat like a cat lady, talk about how you can have it around pets. There's lots of uses for it. With everyone, I also talk about how it's rechargeable. Yeah. Anything else? I think I will finish up. If you guys, I think I'll do things like this more often. Maybe call it like Moji Monday. I'm not going to do it every week or promise that I'm going to be super consistent with it. But as I think of subjects that will be useful for you, I would love to get a conversation going. And if you guys have questions, please ask. I want you guys to be successful. And I want you guys to have good vendor fairs or farmers markets.
Can you look for the pack?
In a second, Colt. Hold on 1 second. I'm almost done. Okay? And I hope you guys have a wonderful Monday. I hope you meet your goals. Make sure and set some goals if you haven't already. You all are doing fabulous. I guess, let me know what subject you would like me to go over next, because I want to be doing things that are useful to you.